Brazil, a country with a rich culture and lots of natural resources, is at a very important point in its economic journey. Known for its vibrant cities like Rio de Janeiro and Sao Paulo, Brazil has always been a land of immense potential. However, despite its bustling streets and dynamic population, the country is facing significant economic challenges. Brazil was once seen as a rising star, with rapid economic growth and a booming stock market. But in recent years this growth has slowed considerably. The country is now grappling with numerous challenges, both internal and external. Economic protests have become more common, and many people are struggling to make ends meet. This economic slowdown is affecting millions of people and could have long-term consequences for Brazil's future. It's crucial for business leaders and investors to understand the root causes of Brazil's economic struggles. Only by identifying these issues can effective solutions be developed. Brazil has a wealth of natural resources, including vast mines and oil fields, yet it has not been able to leverage these assets to achieve consistent economic growth. Despite having a large market and a youthful population eager to work, the country has struggled to convert these advantages into sustainable development. Many areas remain underdeveloped, and the industrial sector has not expanded as expected. This has hindered Brazil's ability to provide widespread economic benefits. The past decade has been particularly challenging, with economic data showing a troubling trend of stagnation. Economic growth has been sluggish, and many businesses have closed their doors. Unemployment rates have risen, leaving more people out of work and searching for opportunities. At the same time, inflation has driven up the cost of living, making everyday necessities more expensive for the average Brazilian. Political instability and economic mismanagement have exacerbated these issues, creating a cycle of uncertainty and hardship. This has led to widespread concern about the country's future, with many families worried about their financial stability. There was a time when Brazil's future looked incredibly bright, with successful industries and a thriving economy. Now, experts and business leaders are questioning whether Brazil can reclaim its position as a strong economic force. Addressing these deep-rooted problems will require significant effort and investment in infrastructure and social programs. Brazil needs comprehensive reforms, strong leadership, and a clear plan to tackle its long-standing issues. While the road ahead is challenging, it is crucial for Brazil to take decisive action to secure a better future. In the following sections, we will delve deeper into the factors contributing to Brazil's economic slowdown. We will examine key indicators such as slow growth, high unemployment, rising prices, and increasing debt to understand the full scope of the problem. By gaining a comprehensive understanding of these issues, we can begin to explore potential solutions and strategies to revitalize Brazil's economy and improve the lives of its people. Brazil's economic growth over the past 10 years has been really disappointing. Despite being one of the largest economies in Latin America, Brazil has struggled to maintain a steady growth rate. In the early 2000s, Brazil's economy was growing by more than 4% each year. This period was marked by significant optimism and a sense of economic potential, but now it's barely growing at all, only about 1% a year. The slowdown has been a stark contrast to the earlier boom years. There have even been times when the economy has shrunk, like in 2020 because of the COVID-19 pandemic. The pandemic exacerbated existing economic issues and led to a severe recession. A few things have caused this slow growth. These include both internal and external factors that have hindered economic progress. One big problem is that people aren't investing enough money in Brazil, both people inside and outside the country. Investment is crucial for economic development and job creation. Investors are worried about Brazil's political and economic situation, so they're not spending money or expanding businesses. Political instability creates an environment of uncertainty, which is detrimental to economic growth. Brazil also needs better roads, bridges, and other infrastructure. Poor infrastructure increases costs and reduces efficiency. This makes it more expensive to move things, hurts productivity, and makes it harder for businesses to reach customers. Efficient logistics are essential for a thriving economy. Another problem is that Brazil depends too much on selling things like soybeans, iron ore, and oil. This reliance on commodities makes the economy vulnerable to price fluctuations. When prices for these things are high, Brazil does well. But when prices drop, Brazil struggles. This volatility makes long-term planning difficult. This makes it hard for Brazil to have steady growth. Consistent economic performance is crucial for sustainable development. Brazil also needs to have more different kinds of businesses. Diversification can help mitigate risks associated with dependency on a few sectors. It depends too much on selling just a few things. This limited economic base makes the country vulnerable to external shocks. This makes it hard for Brazil to handle problems in the world economy and create good jobs. A more diversified economy would provide more stability and job opportunities. To fix this, Brazil needs to have more different kinds of businesses, invest in education, technology, and infrastructure. These investments are key to fostering innovation and long-term growth. This will make Brazil's economy stronger. A robust and diversified economy will be better equipped to face future challenges and ensure prosperity for its people. Brazil's slow economy has made it hard for people to find jobs. The economic stagnation has left many Brazilians in a state of uncertainty, constantly searching for stable employment opportunities. For the last 10 years, about 10 to 12% of people haven't been able to find work. This persistent unemployment rate has created a cycle of poverty and despair for many families. In 2021, it was almost 15% because of the pandemic. The global health crisis exacerbated existing economic issues, pushing more people into unemployment. Millions of Brazilians are out of work and struggling to support their families. High unemployment hurts everyone. Families are forced to make difficult choices, often cutting back on essential needs. People without jobs don't buy as much, which hurts businesses. This reduction in consumer spending leads to a vicious cycle where businesses struggle to stay afloat. It also makes the difference between rich and poor people bigger and can cause social unrest. The growing inequality fuels tensions and can lead to protests and instability. People who are out of work for a long time can lose their skills, which makes it even harder to find a job. Long-term unemployment erodes confidence and reduces the chances of re-entering the workforce. Many Brazilians have jobs that aren't secure and don't offer benefits. These informal jobs provide some income but lack stability and security. These jobs help some people survive, but they hurt the economy overall. The informal sector undermines economic growth and reduces the effectiveness of government policies. They make it harder for businesses to be productive, reduce the amount of taxes the government collects, and make it harder for new ideas to grow. This stifles innovation and economic progress. To fix this, Brazil needs to encourage investment to create new jobs and help the economy grow. Attracting both domestic and foreign investments is crucial for sustainable development. It also needs to invest in education and job training so people have the skills they need. A well-educated and skilled workforce is essential for economic resilience and growth. Brazil also needs to make it easier to start and run a business. Simplifying regulations and providing support for entrepreneurs can drive innovation and create more job opportunities. When prices go up, people can't buy as much with their money. This is happening in Brazil. Things are getting more expensive, and it's harder for people to afford what they need. This is affecting everyone, from small businesses to big companies. The Brazilian government has a tough job. It needs to control rising prices without hurting the economy. This requires careful planning and a good understanding of how the economy works. It's a difficult task with a lot at stake. Brazil needs to fix a lot of problems to get its economy back on track. This includes big changes like fixing the tax system and making public services better. It will take a lot of work from everyone, including the government and businesses. Even though things are tough, there's still hope for Brazil. With the right changes, Brazil can make its economy stronger and improve people's lives. It won't be easy, but with hard work and good planning, Brazil can have a better future.